gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. Wanna run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Now it's my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Go right in. 45. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Elliott running right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. This is Elliott. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. This would be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
I got you.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word, going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
2nd and 6 at the 14-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, defense.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Flush to his right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Cooper was the target there. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
He'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Touchdown, Falcons! Devontae Freeman, 55 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hey, check.
Now Elliott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So now facing a 3rd and 16 following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, let's get back to the playoff picture. We talked about the AFC. Let's look at the NFC. That race starting to come into focus. We know most of the teams. Seahawks, 49ers, Saints, and Packers all in. Vikings in good shape. How do you handicap this race? It seems like anyone can beat anyone.
I think you're spot on because if you were going into the playoffs with these teams that we're going to talk about, who would you make the absolute favorite? It could be anyone, right? It could be Seattle. It could be San Francisco. It could be New Orleans. I know Minnesota's probably going to come in as a wild card. Green Bay will come in as a division champ, it looks like. The bottom line is Dallas or Philadelphia has got to win the NFC East. And I don't know that anyone wants to.
Touchdown, Falcons!
Touchdown!
Devontae Freeman with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons push further out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 75 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
At their own 34-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
Makes the score Falcons 21, Cowboys 6.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Nice, sweetheart.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. He'll play action, hit him over the top.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. They'll run with Elliott, and he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now. It's Elliott, and this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. A first down carry by Elliott. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 2nd and 5 now. Prescott. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Here's Ryan. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Alpha.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the shotgun, Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Mike Bennett and Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Double tight, double tight. Hey. 4 down.
On 1st down, Elliott.
It's run, it's run.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They have the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. All right, ball at the 1-yard line, 4th down. What do you say?
I say go, because if you can't get 1 yard, what's the old adage? If I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win anyway. Tell your team it's that time. Who's going to get down into the trenches, grind it out, and make sure that ball gets in the end zone? Who's it going to be? Let's go do it.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Prescott. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cooper was the intended target. Well, Charles, while we have a second, we talked about the NFC playoff picture, but I wanted to get your thoughts on a hot topic right now in NFL circles. That's awarding a home game to every division winner, regardless of record. It's happened twice in this decade that we've seen a 7-9 team in Seattle get a home game and a 7-8-1 Carolina team get one. Where do you stand on this? Because there's a scenario where you could have a 13-win team from the NFC West traveling to face an 8-win team from the NFC East.
I know I'm a dinosaur on this one. Absolutely. I love the division champ getting a home game. I don't care what the record is, and I know it sounds wrong, and we're in this society now where everything has to be fair and right. And we would like that, and I would like that too for most big topics. But in sports, it's actually kind of cool when these things happen. Remember, Seattle at 7-9 hosted the defending Super Bowl champs New Orleans and beat them. That big Marshawn Lynch run that we'll remember forever. Carolina at 7-8-1. They actually lost at home in their playoff game. So you don't know how it's going to turn. I like division champs winning it and getting a home game, even when the records are kind of messed up.
I'm with you. You're making me smile.
How about that? You and I sitting at the home, two old dudes going, that's the way it ought to be.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Ryan. Caught by Jones. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 57 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And now here's another interception. It's Desmond Trufant. Intended that time for Cooper. The interception woes, they just continue to